G'day, friends and fans, and welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood of Cade, Power Games, Into the Earthbound, and The Erotic Tales from the Empire. Part 1 coming soon. I swear, I'm working on it, okay? But I'd like to thank the patrons and other supporters who help make this channel possible and invite you to join the brutal links in my link tree. Thank you again to all those who support the channel, whether you like, share, subscribe, or join my Patreon, or buy my books. Hey, go one further. Read them. 5-star reviews, everybody. So, without further ado, let me just do a quick sound check, because lo and behold, there are some issues that I've been having over the years, and followers have noted, and some have not been so kind, while others have been patient. But it's great to see you all again. I really appreciate it, even though most of you are not subscribed or viewing live. That's fine. We can't all be in the same time zone, or the same country, or the same place, or active at the same time. So, wherever you are, thank you. And without much further ado, the Bundle of Holding, my favourite site, not by money. I am not paid to give you this news. And if you have news, I will gladly share it. However, we have Fantasy Age 2nd Edition, a fantasy adventure game engine tabletop system from Green Ronin. This is the 2025 2nd edition core rulebook, techno fantasy, and more. 1995 gets you the entire collection. The Fantasy Age core rulebook includes the Game Master's Toolkit and the VTT token pack. For a lot of people out there, VTT is it's a format for graphics online for you to roleplay online using a VTT engine. I think, now it eludes me. This is a straightforward 3D6 roll over the target number system, which has a dice for measure of success. If you roll doubles, etc., you get stunt points to spend on extra moves, etc. It's an action-based system, and yes, you have over 100. You have heroes, allies, adversaries, and NPCs in Breakwater Bay. More from Green Ronin on their website. But this is the adventure game engine. And after the fall, a strangeness arises from the ashes. Techno Age. Before there was classic fantasy, there was science fantasy. That's actually weird, but yes, you went from science fiction to science fantasy to fantasy. You'd expect it was the other way around, but when we're talking about the birth of role-playing, not the birth of fiction. In fiction, it was fantasy, science fiction. This is this is the genre of strange worlds borrowed from mythology and science fiction. Following the collapse of a mighty technological civilization, magic and futuristic technology provide new tools and powers for characters. And you have adventures to get you started. While a light pack, it is a light price with one price to get all. I don't recommend it. Pride Month. What month is that? It's Men's Mental Health Month. And to deal with mental health issues, we have mental health issues games. I know I'm insulting the LGBTQ plus community, but they're insulting humanity every day with their obsessions, self-inserts, and desires to rewrite history, to insert themselves into every story. So if you want to know what they're all about, Pride Games is what they're all about. However, these are parodies, and if you take it as a parody, this bundle could be a barrel of laughs. Truly, a barrel of laughs if you have the dare and the good humour to really go full camp and mock the living daylights. Because these are mockeries of noir, Pulp Fiction, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition. Now I think this is a parody of Choose Your Own Adventures. So, yeah, Slice of Life. So really, they're a parody of role-playing games. So now back to seriousness. Cornelius Icons Collection 1795 gets you the entire epic role-playing campaign, Cornelius the Third Horizon. This is an epic Mercy of the Icons campaign for Cornelius the Third Horizon, a science fiction role-playing game from the Free League Publishing. Remote clusters of 36 systems known as the Third Horizon have been ravaged by conflicts. Inspired by Firefly, Revelation space novels, the Alien films. This is a Year Zero engine RPG based on Middle East culture and Arabian Nights. Now I'd like to say something that recently came to my attention. Somebody pointed out that Arabian Nights wasn't actually originally called Arabian Nights. And these tales came from China to the West, and they were translated into Arabic and were brought by Islamic missionaries to the West. And then they were translated into Latin, Italian, French, then English. And there was Spanish but it became famous as Tales from Arabian Nights, and then shortened later to Arabian Nights. Now, these are ancient myths that have been written and rewritten. However, they do contain elements of some truths that are not just found in Middle Eastern cultures, but are pretty universal. About abuse of power, manipulations by the alleged powerless, and of course, whether you're a thief or a king or just a prince, you put on your pants one leg at a time, your shit does stink, and you eventually become worm food. And along the way, you have conflicts to face. Now, this campaign puts you at the center of the Horizon War, where your actions allegedly could sway the fate of billions. I say allegedly because you know how role-playing games get. They do tend to be a little on the rails. But I haven't played it yet. I haven't looked at it. And I would hope that they do actually give you agency and choice, because it is promised so often and delivered so rarely these days. But I would suggest you read the reviews, look at it carefully, but I would still think that it might actually be well worth it if you're a science fiction fan, because remember, when a game doesn't give you a choice, it's tabletop. The DM can give you that choice. Never let an on-the-rails D&D style adventure squash you like a bug, and and force you to stick to the story. Which is why D&D rose so well with children, but fell apart when those children became adults and wanted something more mature. Then a hold thy hand, roll some dice adventure. Role playing, my friends, goes beyond the dice. So 1795 gets you The Last Voyage of the Ghazali, coming from a gas mine. A rescue fleet has to evacuate the colonists and salvage mining equipment. The decommissioned liner is upgraded to hold stasis units. Promised rewards, and it's a standalone mercy mission. You have other missions in this. Now, by the looks of it, of course, you need to actually own the Third Horizon. This is a campaign separate from the Third Horizon. Now, normally campaigns, the core book, which I believe this is the core book. Yeah, this is the core adventure. This is a standalone campaign. And this is the adaptation of the 00. So this is for the Game Master with a quick start from 2016 campaign. Kickstarter campaign, sorry. Signum, the Stars Collection. Stars Without Number. Revised Collection. $12.95 gets you the starter pack. Standalone rulebook. 7 complete standalone rulebooks about kingdoms, AIs, planets, pantheons, cults, and factions, and more. You'll actually give this as a gift, by the way. Yeah, you can log out, create an account for somebody, and pay for it. And it will appear in their bundle of holding. Or you can directly purchase it and use the recipient's email address. So you actually, yeah. So Stars Without Number base, of course, if you pay the threshold price. Here we go, $26.51. You level up and get 4 more titles worth an additional $35. Now, pay the minimum and get the Stars Without Number Revised Deluxe Edition. This is a 2017 updated rule book. Other Dust, 1,000 Points of Light. Humanities for Justice, Struggling Enclaves and Fugitive Tribes, left to scavenge the bones of former glory. It's a standalone companion game to Stars Without Numbers. Spears of the Dawn, another Africa in space. And Cities Without Number, which was released for free. You basically create cities, old school inspired. All right, beat the threshold price and you get the deluxe edition of Worlds Without Number. Create numerous worlds for swords and sorceries. Fantasy campaigns, Wolf of the God, Dark Ages England, Scarlet Heroes, running your old school adventures for just one player. As I said, it's a growing solo adventures, popular these days. And Silent Legions, Lovecraftian sandbox from the designers of Stars Without Numbers. One price, $12.95, gets you the base, and you get some I'd recommend leveling up to get just for the medieval England alone. Grim Hollow for 5th edition. One price gets you the entire campaign, $17.95. A little rich, I know, but these are the times we live in. But still, bargain compared to paying retail. Grim Hollow, the campaign guide, is a guide to your godforsaken and dangerous world of Grim Hollow. Player's guide, rules and character creation for his heroic resilience against heart-stopping evil. And of course, the Monsters Grimoire, 400 monsters, 428 pages, just worth $17.95. Well worth it, really, for the content you get. Speaking of a bargain, pay $1 a month and you get access to Future Fantasy. You get a free map. And if you level up, for a mere $3, you get more maps. Level up again and you get the same battle maps, but with grids. And of course, you can actually buy them separately, so you don't have to. And as well as that, you get all the news and what's going on. And you help fund artwork to bring my creations to life. Somnus Domina from Drive-Thru RPG, the 5th edition splash book, Dead Saint Records, an expansion for either 5th edition D&D or 19th edition rules subset. That's Nat 19s. This is the lore and history of the Sword Saint, theme surrounding it in Somnus Domina, history of the Sword Saints, and more. You have the lore, races, subclasses, spells, fighting styles, NPCs, items, and a minigame for duels. A bargain, really, for the watermarked PDF. Of course, collectors usually get the colorbound premium books. A lot of these are simply for the art, and as you can see, anime. It's not anime style. It is more. It is anime meets more Western grounded, realistic. I forget. Anime is more surreal, semi-surreal. Sorry, it's not fully surreal. But it is exaggerated, I would say. More Pascal style compared to even this. This is a Western cartoony style here. Although Call of Cthulhu, the Sutra of Pale Leaves, Twin Sunrise in Call of Cthulhu, encountering the King in Yellow in 1980s Japan. We exist without ever knowing in this world, in a dream of reality or a dream. All new settings for Call of Cthulhu, home to many entities with 3 scenarios for standalone play or part of a campaign. Now, standalone play is not solo play. Standalone is when you have each, where you can just play one and play different characters in each, or not play them all 3, or don't play them in order. Whereas solo play, you are the player, game master, and NPCs. Now you have the Dream Eater, the fanfic, and the Pallid Masks of Tokyo. Whether you're a novice or an expert, Call of Cthulhu is a great horror campaign setting, and Chaosium has produced some mighty fine Cthulhu over the years. Whether you're a Cthulhu aficionado, fan, or just a novice, Sorry about that. I got disconnected briefly. The studio doesn't like even a momentary glitch and cut out on me. But I think I'm back. I'm just waiting for the stream to verify that I'm back. It says I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. Just doing a sound check. But there is a delay. Yeah, here we go. Now I'm just checking where I got disconnected at. Right, Call of Cthulhu. I'll just go over it again briefly. Okay, Call of Cthulhu, the Sutra of Palm Leaves. Now, this is a setting in 1980s Japan, encountering the King in Yellow. Now, this is an all-new setting with the King in Yellow reimagined, and you have 3 scenarios. These are all standalone, so you can play them in any order with different groups, and you can customize them as you see fit. Now, standalone play means the item stands alone. Solo play is different. Of course, you can solo play. Now, Dream Eater is an investigation in Ikaruga after cases of sleep paralysis and depression. Fanfic, when inspiration behind an upcoming action manga is proven to have nefarious origins, investigators must intervene before widespread publication causes unparalleled damage to reality. And the Pallid Masks of Tokyo. The corpse of a gang member has been found in Shinjuku. For those who don't know, this is the red light. Well, do they still call it the red light district, or do they just call it Shinjuku now? Because pretty much it's grown beyond just bars and clubs. It's shopping. It is touristy. It's the cultural heart of Tokyo. And investigators are drawn into a mystery where they must attempt to find the source of faceless gangsters across the city. I wonder if they lean into the notorious past of Shinjuku. Would be interesting. Now, whether you're an aficionado or a novice to Cthulhu, Chaosium has an amazing Call of Cthulhu material. And all of the links are in the description below on Rumble and YouTube. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. About half of you have not subscribed. And if you've got anything you want to bring to my attention, comment, etc. But you can support me on Patreon. I have 2. My own, as you know, Future Fantasy is my Patreon for my RPG based on my writing. Speaking of my writing, buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree. You can find that in the description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Please and thank you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Like, share, and subscribe, or join my Patreon. All support is appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.